All these fake property trainers out here, they're teaching strategies they're not even doing. And guess what? We're really doing this strategy. Social housing, we do it on a day-to-day basis. But this house for 110k, spending 40,000 on it, and it should be worth 210 when we're finished. Social housing provider. This one is which we're getting per room. So today we're hosting an exclusive site day specifically for our mentees. We're going to go and view 3 to 5 of my different HMO projects. All of them are in Nottingham. Stay tuned.
So today I'm looking forward to seeing various HMOs at different stages and see the part process once it's all done up and just learn any tips and tricks.
Welcome everyone. Today we've got site day. Aim of today is we want you guys to learn as much as possible. So we're all about giving value. So ask us the difficult questions. You know, we're going to share the numbers on each deal.
Guys, ask questions. This is what it's all about. What about value, value, value?
The process looks like this. We find the site. Obviously, I have my deal sourcing guys to find the site. They'll send me a Rightmove link, or if it's direct to landlord, they'll send me the details, give me a detailed breakdown of the figures. If I want to go ahead, I say, right, offer this. We'll get it secured, and then we get the social housing provider. We send them the full address, make sure they're happy to take it on, because a lot of the areas will be blocked from different providers. If there's too many that they've got in one area, they might block it. It's never really happened that much, but sometimes it can happen. So before you buy anything, you need to make sure they can definitely take it, and they'll basically let you know yes or no if they can take it. And if it's a yes, go ahead and buy it. As soon as you own the property, they'll come out, give you a detailed list of what you need to do, and then you just get all the works done. If they said no, I'd go to my other providers and say, right, because I've got providers that want to take on family homes as well. So it's not just HMOs, they want big family homes. So there's 3 providers I work with, but I'm always looking for more. So if you get one good provider, don't just stop there. Keep looking, keep negotiating.
Sometimes the way the council work, they will actually give you a quota and they'll give you a deadline to hit that quota. So even when you guys are looking for social housing providers, if you time it right, ask them if they have a quota, that will give you an indication of how motivated they are. And yeah, like especially when they're coming towards the end of that quota, they're really desperate to get it in, because you don't know if they're going to have the capacity to house in the future. So everyone's fighting for properties. Timing's everything with this. Really important.
Some of them is very basic, low budget refurb,
Yeah.
but we still try and make it visually look good. So if the kitchen's battered, we're not going to keep it. Even if we can keep it, most of the time we'll just take it out. So it is about the numbers, but also we're thinking long term ahead in the future as well.
For example, with the situation
Yeah.
you have like here, and you're
Yeah.
going to add value to it, do you then think of a valuation for the future as well?
Yeah, so what we do is we'll do it on a 5-year fixed deal.
Yeah.
So we'll lock this in for 5 years. So we don't need to get another valuation until 5 years time, which has got a lot of benefits, because every time you get a valuation on a HMO, you have to pay like £2,400, £2,600 sometimes. So if you lock it in for 5 years, you know, you just got to pay your mortgage every single month. Fixed mortgage, yeah. So this one, we've got £515 per room locked in over 7 rooms. 3,500 income, roughly. And then it depends what we get the property valued at. But I do believe we'll be looking roughly around 1,800 net profit. So this is the kitchen living area, full extension. We're going to be knocking this through, having it as an open plan kitchen living area. So this is another bedroom in here. Again, bigger than 8 square meters. This was an existing bedroom. So this bedroom started here. So adding communal bathroom right here. We engage building control, which obviously on a project like this, you are going to need to engage building control. I pretty much do it on most of my projects. Building control, easy to work with if you have the right firm. Some firms are terrible.
Is it a private building control?
Yeah, it's called Midlands Building Control, MBC, which is super important because you do need that for the lender and to get the remortgage through. Because when you're remortgaging, they ask you for so many different things, like asbestos report, fire risk assessment, building control certificate, HMO license application. They will refinance for you if you've applied for the HMO license. You don't need to have it physically, but as long as you've applied, they'll give it you. And then yeah, we've got a fire panel as well, which we put in all the properties. So again, future-proof it, you do need a fire panel if it's 3 stories. Most of my properties are 3 stories. This is bedroom number 6. The basement bedroom's downstairs, but it's just a bit long to show you because it's a bit tight. Did have a window, but we've replaced it. All the doors are fire doors as well, and then we'll have the fire door locks as well. Because one mistake I made was I used to put in normal locks, so you need to have fire door locks, which I'm sure you know. The bedroom number 7 is this one in here. New window again. This is bigger than 8 square meters. Just about. This is one of the smallest rooms in here. Right, guys, we'll go over to the next project now. The next one's completely different kind of project. I'm excited to show you guys. So this is the second property that we're viewing today. This one was a 3-bedroom family home. We've converted it into a 4-bedroom HMO. All we've done is turn the dining room into a bedroom. So we just added in this corridor right here. How solid this is. So this is a brand new wall I've added in to create this bedroom here. Yeah, so this is 8 meters squares is the minimum requirement. This is bigger than 8.
The reason why I brought the rent-to-rent business up so much because I could actually sell it. You could sell a business.
It's gonna be worth millions.
Yeah, basically, I reckon if I can get to 1,000 rooms by the end of this year, I should be able to get 8 figures for it. That's why I've just been focusing.
So guys, basically I've got another property on the same road, another 4-bed HMO. Bought it for 82 grand, the one on this road. 82, spent 27, valued at 155. That was one of my personal deals. So pulled out about 40k on that one. Invested roughly around 62 grand. This one we're getting £420 per room. We purchased it for 87 grand and we've spent 42,000 on this one. So yeah, that's the kind of numbers on this. Look to get it valued for around 155 again. So not as good numbers as the other one, but still very good numbers. So we're happy with it.
Why did we spend that much amount of money on the refurb rather than that?
Because this one was proper beat down. We had to plaster the whole property throughout. Tried to do this one as a 5-bed, didn't work. My initial thoughts was to basically make this area into 2 bedrooms, and then have the 5th bedroom upstairs. It just wasn't big enough to do it. But it's still a nice 4-bed. One downstairs, this is number 2. Number 3 is there, bathroom's there, and then number 4 is upstairs. Nice, basic, simple deal.
Just wanted to ask you, once we secure the deal, then only a social housing provider will come onto the property to have a look on it? Or if he said no, then you might lose a deposit onto this property. Is that so?
You don't pay any fees on the property. So don't pay your solicitor fees, your broker fees, anything like that until they've given you a definite yes. And if they say yes, then you can go ahead and buy it confidently. But I've never had any problems because, as I said, they've got their quotas, they're desperate, got people to house. So why wouldn't they take it?
I think as well, when you're buying a property, always have like your exit strategy. If you're doing a rent-to-rent though, then of course, definitely you need to make sure you've got a clear understanding as to like how they're going to get it. Again, it's a lot quicker with rent-to-rent as well, so you're not waiting for like 3 months to do a refurb. It's like you get the property, you send that's on the lease, it's a lot more quicker.
The best deals are the ones where you've got multiple exits. So you could have plan B would be one provider, plan B could be different provider, plan C another provider, plan D could be working professionals, and then plan E could be sell it, flip it. You do have options, when you're doing these kind of deals. I'm very risk averse. I don't like to take massive risks. That's why I don't start buying land and all this stuff here. I don't like to do planning if I don't need to do it. So I like the simple deals, quick, 3-bed house into 5-bed or 3-bed into 4-bed. The best ones I'd say is 3 beds to 5 beds, 3 beds to 6 beds. Outside of the Article 4 areas, no planning required, no major changes, no extensions. This is a very, very basic, simple deal. Buy a quick house, buy for low, spend as little as possible, and rent it for as high as possible. We teach you guys how to partner with the providers because you need to build a personal relationship with the provider. That's key.
There's a lot of different providers out there, so just keep working the list really.
First step is obviously secure the provider and then the property after. On a lot of the properties in Nottingham, we do have a lot of these issues that come up, but all it is it's a case of send the team out and they'll just rectify it. Yeah, it does happen quite a bit, but it's just a case of rectifying it, getting it done.
So do we have to take care of that or the provider?
You would have to take care of it because they won't take it on if it's like that.
After once we lease the property to them, and then if this issue comes back on, then do we still have to take care of it?
Provider will cover anything, any of the internal maintenance, anything structural, then that will be the landlord's responsibility. That's quite bad, but sometimes it's a case of if a tenant's in here, they're not opening the windows, then that can cause a lot of mold and damp issues as well. So
one of my properties is a working professional one, and it had about 5 areas of damp that just really got worse quite quickly. So they look really bad, they look way worse than that. But my guys fixed it for like 900 quid. So keep taking your profits too soon. And make sure you have like, good 5k in the accounts. In the first few months rent, keep that there in case any rainy days. Just very touch up renovation, new carpets, changes to the kitchen, new appliances, paint to the bedrooms. Throughout the UK, there's such a demand for housing. You'll never really have a problem renting. But obviously do your market research first, look on spare room, see how many people are looking versus how many rooms are available. Due diligence is key.
When we have these working professionals, if they don't want to move out and then they don't want to pay the rent, then we have to follow the eviction process.
That'll be a straight up eviction. Sean's really good at this as well, of managing people out.
basically, when you've got a property, when you've got like a high volume of tenants, you will have to evict a tenant at some point eventually. I've done it both ways. I've done it where you try and go through the process of eviction, and honestly, it's a nightmare. It costs a lot of money. So what I do now, I work with a tenant. So firstly, all about trying to find out what's the reason that they can't pay. So have they lost their job? Have they got financial difficulties? Have they? Most of mine, I've found like they're on drugs or something, or their life's turned and that gone to that side. If they lost their job, so then it's a case of finding out. Okay, cool. What can I do to help? How can I assist? And what I find helps is get them into social housing, make them into a social housing tenant. Honestly, a game changer. It was a win-win situation. Communication, guys, that's key.
But this house for 110k, spending 40,000 on it, and it should be worth 210 when we're finished.
Today we visit this site, and it's amazing what can be achieved from such a small property in terms of a rent setting when it comes to social housing. So this was my best favorite part about this. Such a small property can be achieved so much.
And what are you looking forward to?
Copy the exact same. What Luigi teaches us, I think this is amazing, and this can be applied at any time and anywhere in the country.
Right guys, so we're here. This is project number 3 for today. This one, purchased it for £110,000, going to be spending 40,000 on it, and it should be worth around 210 when we're done. I know this because I've had lots of valuations for 5 beds for around 210 mark. We might even be getting better rental on this one than the other ones that were valued at 210. This has an opportunity to be valued higher than that. So leaving in minimal in the deal on this one because we bought it for so low. So yeah, this is going to go to social housing again. It's a big property, it's very deceiving. When you come inside, you see what I mean. So it's not even below market value. So as a family home, when it's done up, might sell for like say 140, but you need to spend a good 30k on it for a family home. So it's not really below market value, yeah. Adding value by turning it into a social housing HMO. So with this one here, if you guys have seen my other properties where we add in the communal bathrooms, we're probably gonna do the same thing here. So we just add in partition here, communal bathroom here, bedroom number 1 right here. So that's what we'll do with this property. I really like this deal, guys, honestly. Numbers wise, this is one of the better ones. JV again, yeah. So all the ones you've seen today, they're all joint ventures. So guys, this is going to be the communal living area, communal kitchen living area. We're going to keep this existing kitchen, just going to get it to the HMO compliant standard. So £512 per room on a 5 bed, really good numbers. Really is. We're figuring out what works they actually need, and then we'll go from there. Because it's only 2 stories, we don't actually need a fire panel. It saves us a few grand there. We might put one in anyway, just to future-proof it, because I'm always thinking 10 years in advance. So ultimately, we're going to have a downstairs bathroom and a downstairs bedroom as well.
Is this going to be a bedroom?
Yeah, this will be a bedroom, but to be honest with you, still working with the build team because we've literally just bought this one like last week. So we're figuring out the best option. I do think we could potentially do a 6 bed with this. We've stacked the numbers on a 5 bed. Definitely works as a 5 bed. Potentially a 6 bed if we can figure it out. You know what? I think it's about having a really good mortgage broker. We use Mortgage Style. They're really, really good. I've had 6 brokers or 5 brokers tell me no, and Mortgage Style tell me yes. But they're the kind of brokers you want to have. Because I was trying to buy a property with a JV partner who was like 20 years old, and they were like, the minimum requirements is 21. I had 5 brokers tell me that. This one guy, Dan, from Mortgage Style, he was like, right, let me do some digging. And he actually got me a lender, and we bought the property, and that was one of my best deals. It was an all money out deal in Radford in Nottingham. Direct to landlord, love that deal. £2,000 net profit a month. Yeah, so Mortgage Style, guys, check them out, link in the description.
Basically, this is kind of like what I paid for. This is the kind of experiences that you kind of want to have, the behind the scenes, really understanding what it takes to be able to be successful in this. You can get the glamorous side, but this is the nitty gritty, nuts and bolts, numbers, actually coming in here and actually being creative. The exercise to be able to look at a property and be able to be imaginative on how you can make this, even better and add value. This is a great experience. So yeah, it's been a really, really good day.
So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you do want to get involved and come to one of these site days, then keep in mind guys, this is for our mentees only that are on our training and mentorship program. So if you are interested in that, then click the link in the bio and you can book a call to discuss that. We also have a Marbella Mastermind Retreat coming up in May 2024, which is going to be epic. So if you want to discuss that, click the link in the bio and book a call. But guys, stay tuned for more videos just like this.